Up, Not Growing Old podcast.
We might never change the world, at least we've had our say.
Real talk about movies, music, politics, race, and religion.
Growing up, not growing old, the feeling is still the same.
Live from New York. It's the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast.
Yeah, I hear you fine. Do you hear me all right?
Perfect. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast. My name is Mike Russo, your host. With me today, Stan, Big Stan. Look at you, bro. I've never seen you before, I don't think.
Yeah, you have. You had to see me once or twice, no?
I've seen a cartoon version of you on the fucking podcast app.
That's me.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Yo, all right, let me ask you something. Because I'm at this point in my life, right? Check this out. You ready? Check this out.
Look at the camera following you. Damn. Oh, shit. You're like that now?
This is where I'm at, bro.
Yeah, dude. Well, here, let me not sit by the way. Sorry, I'm in my office, and it's all, like, bare. We redid everything, and I still have my podcast equipment, but that's in a shed out back, dude. With my hopes and dreams.
Got a lot of dust on it.
Oh, a lot of dust, Mike.
But, you know, this is fucking life, bro. This is shit's a hobby, you know? It ain't that important. It's just something fun to do.
It is. I miss some of it, and a lot of guys ask me. I don't know if that's what made you get back into this, or how long have you been back to doing this?
All right, so here's what happened. The reason why I fell off, multiple reasons. I broke up with my kid's mom, moved out of the house, got a new job, all those things, and the MacBook I was using Skype, which I just found out is done after 22 fucking years.
I saw that.
I was using Skype, and I was using a Skype recorder that I downloaded off the internet. My son went on the fucking MacBook, went to like FNAF World or some shit, gave it a virus, couldn't use that book. So I would do it in person. I couldn't do the Skype calls anymore. So I said, fuck, I'm going to buy a new MacBook and get that fucking program again. Turns out that program doesn't work with MacBooks past like 2009 or some shit. So I'm like, oh, fuck. Now I got this brand new MacBook, and I don't know how to record with Skype, so I just said, whatever, I'll do it when I do it. Yeah. My brother hit me up last week. He was like, yo, go get an old MacBook. I'm going to give you money. Go get yourself an old MacBook and just do it. What am I going to say? No? Let's do it.
Yeah. You know the weird part about this? I wish I would have done it in my garage, but I'm cleaning out the office shit, and years ago you sent me all those stickers growing old.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, right on the refrigerator. Boom, right there.
I love that, man.
This was literally last week, and then you hit me up yesterday. I was like, hey, you want to do a podcast? Like, whoa, speaking of the devil.
That shit's weird how that shit happens. That shit happens a lot, too.
Yeah. And then, we've talked before, doing our Xbox shit. And what I was getting at with all this is friends of mine asked me why I stopped doing this, why I stopped. And I said, you know what? There's multiple reasons. The wife has gotten bigger and better in her career. And I've said shit. I've said shit that, gets people fucking lynched in the streets now. So
yeah.
She'd been on the podcast. Shane and I both had said a lot of things about her, and Shane's wife as well, dude. She got bigger and better things too in her career. And I'd hate for anything that I've said on a fucking stupid, silly podcast to come back and bite someone in my family's ass.
Which ultimately means nothing. What we're doing really, if you would have texted me, yo, I can't do it, I'd be like, all right. You know what I'm saying? It's not that important. But also, in this world we're living in, hopefully it's coming around, but people love to get people. They would love to get your wife on some shit too.
Oh, big time, especially where she's at. But, and then also, dude, just airing everything out, which at first was cool, you know what I mean? To let it out, like therapy, you know what I mean? Let your shit out. And that was cool. Shane and I did that for some time. And then, dude, it became more of a chore. And then it became like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then it just got pushed to the wayside. The last one we did was in 2020 with the virus. And we said a lot of shit, predicted a lot of shit that came to pass too. That's the crazy part. A
I might
lot of
have to
shit we
go
said.
back and listen to
You
that now.
can't. You can't.
Why? It's
Good
gone?
luck. I took it down. Everything.
Oh, you scrubbed?
Everything.
You Hillary Clinton this bitch?
Dude, gone. I don't even know
Oh,
what you're talking about.
good for you
It's
then.
on
Fuck it.
it's on an island somewhere. It's on an island
Yo,
somewhere.
somebody's got it somewhere. Some fucking
No, I'm sure
yeah.
someone has some downloaded shit. But I get hit up sometimes, and then my neighbors hit me up too. They're like, dude, if you would have just stayed on TikTok, because I put it on TikTok for I got on TikTok, and I remember saying it in one of the shows, like, hey, make fun of me if you will, because everyone just did that back when it was just lip syncing.
Right.
And had I but known, you know what I mean, I could have been
Yeah.
a TikTok retard, dude. But oh well,
Let
you
me
know.
tell you, the only social media app that I'm really active on is TikTok because I
Yeah.
love editing. Like all I do is video game clips and movie clips, and I love editing
Oh,
shit,
okay.
and it's a lot of fun. But now I got the podcast, I'll promote that on there too.
I got
Um,
nothing.
Speaking of, it's probably better that way actually. Like if I wasn't promoting,
YouTube.
speaking of which, not YouTube, but you had mentioned video games. Why do I play Warzone? Like why? Why do I
Because
torture myself?
you know what, dude? Because you're insane. We're all insane, bro.
It's got to be because that is the fucking. I don't know if I've ever hated a game that I played more than fucking Warzone.
Yeah, you're like a battered wife, bro. You just keep going back to them. Like you
Yo, for real.
unchanged.
Nah, I fell down. I fell down. I'm clumsy.
Yeah, you're making excuses. Well, this one was free, dude. So I mean, you gotta play it. I gotta play it. It's free, right? You're like, and it pisses you off. You're like, what the fuck, dude? I uninstalled that shit too. I was like, all right, see you later, man. That's that Call of Duty virus on your Xbox or whatever platform.
There's no
Um,
winning. There is no fucking winning. Like I play solo because I have weird hours, and it's
yeah,
like I think I got in the top 10 once. There's no winning. That game is fucking crazy.
take my glasses off because my old man ass has to squint in my glasses. So yeah, yeah. Um, and forgive me if I sound out of it. Just been a long morning, but I was playing one night and I was like, what the fuck, dude? This isn't fun. And I'm getting mad. So you know what? Gone.
Yo.
Gone. Like gone. And
Yeah.
the friend's like, really? I was like, no, as we speak, that shit's uninstalled right now.
Yeah.
And it frees up 200 plus fucking gigabytes, dude.
It's big.
Like,
It's
why?
really fucking big.
For what? And everyone's like, well, you know what you can do? It's like just making excuses to keep it. I was like, nah, bro, that's done. It's okay.
There was an
There'll be
update
another one.
like last week. There was a big ass update. So I was like, oh, what's this? Because I still play multiplayer regularly. So I was like, oh, what's this? It was like turtles.
Yeah.
Turtle
Fucking
skins.
Ninja Turtle, dude.
For
Yeah.
all this fucking space. I got like turtle
Yeah.
skins that I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah. And I don't want to go too much in a dive, bro, but I guess that's what we do. The that fucking that neon colored, bright fucking pink, orange, blue, blah 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 blah. You're a unicorn shooting shit, dude, and then they're doing their little dances, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is a war game, dude. It's Call of Duty,
There's
and there's
Call of
all that
Duty.
shit, dude.
There's Fortnite. There's Call of Duty. They should stay in their lanes. Call of
And
Duty
they don't.
is dipping into this Fortnite. I like Fortnite too. Fortnite is fun as fuck. But
I
Call of
bet.
Duty shouldn't be dipping into the cartoony shit. I want like my fucking operators are soldiers.
Yeah.
There's no gay shit in my fucking on my skins ever.
Yeah.
But
Oh, and they push that shit though, dude.
this is what
And there's
sells.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I see my kids do it. I got my two boys. They still run Warzone. Well, one of them does. The other one actually uninstalled it too. He's like, "No, this shit dumb."
Smart
Um,
kid.
yeah, 17 years old. Is like, nah, he'd rather chase fucking
Wait,
tail,
that's
dude.
Little
Which I'm like,
Stan?
yeah, little Stan,
It's
17. Yeah. Oh, you
17?
played with? Yeah, didn't you play with him the other night when we were on? Last time we were on, he might have been on for a minute. But yeah, little
Wasn't
Stan,
that dude
17,
like
man.
fucking 10? Like fucking just yesterday?
Shit, dude.
That shit's
There's a
crazy,
picture.
bro.
There's a picture of him I have, and he's on my little Mackie switchboard shit with the podcast mic and all that, and he's wearing little onesie pajamas, dude. Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, I'd done it for a hot minute, dude. I was like, that's
Yeah.
right. But I don't know. I miss the connection. That same thing with social media, and that's why I like the gaming because I still have my, my gaming people.
Yeah.
Um, And then they always hit me up like, oh, did you see on this, that, and the other, like the gram or TikTok? I'm like, nah, I didn't see that, and they'll just screenshot shit and send it to me. I was like, yeah, you don't need it necessarily.
No,
Um,
I really don't.
but the only thing I'm missing is like, they'll start talking about some shit. Like, what are y'all talking about? And then they have to fill me in on something that's been trending or whatever. Right, you're
Oh,
right on,
right, yeah.
you know, or something that happened. They had a conversation in Instagram or whatever the fuck. Um, but it's also cool because I don't know, and so they have something to talk about. You ever
Yeah,
getting that feeling, dude? If you're always online, brother, what are you gonna talk to people about when
yeah,
you see them in real life? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Well,
It's a
we
strange
went out to
animal.
dinner. Yeah, when we went out to dinner with friends of ours years ago when I was still doing the show, and she started talking about shit I said on the show, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And I realized like, oh shit, she listens. Like, oh wow, that's cool, but
Yeah,
also that sucks. And then she kept asking me about certain things. Like, I don't, what? No, I don't want to talk about this. Like,
yeah,
what?
yeah,
She's like, well, you said on your show that if blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay. I was
yeah.
like, I was probably either kidding or okay, I'm not married to it. And it wasn't anything serious, but then I realized, like, you know what, man, that sucks. And
Yeah,
you're putting shit out there all the time, and on Instagram, on freaking on Twitter, X, whatever.
yeah,
Everyone knew everything about me. They knew what I was doing.
yeah.
You know. Now it's a fucking mystery, dude.
Good. That's like you're like a ghost a little bit,
Yeah.
which isn't
Yeah.
really a bad thing. Like fucking, I feel like that social media shit is just poisonous. Like I have a Facebook, but I don't fucking log on to that shit. I have an Instagram, I barely use it. Twitter, or the only thing I fuck with is TikTok because it's fun to fucking edit shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude. You choose your fucking kill time, bro, for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, I don't. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm fucking holier than thou, dude, or fucking anything like that, because I don't.
yes, you
Just
are.
not. Yeah, 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 dude.
I know you are, bro.
You know,
Come on,
pretty much. If you're on fucking TikTok, dude, you're fucking TikTarded, dude. You should
TikTok.
kill yourself,
Yeah,
bro.
man,
Yeah, yeah.
dude, you're up
You
on your
should kill
high
yourself.
horse. You're not even sitting on your high horse. You're standing on there with your fucking arms
Oh, bro,
folded,
arms crossed, bro. Just like, look how
nigga.
much better I am.
Yo, actually, speaking of the podcast, like the little crew we had, I asked Lauren to jump on with us because
Oh, that'd been cool.
he came back, but he's doing fancy boy shit. I don't know. He's got people over or something. Him and his fucking
Fancy
mansion
boy shit.
his mansion on the hill.
Is he back in Nevada?
Nah, he's well, yeah, but he's up like in the mountains or some shit.
Okay, so I thought he was because I thought he moved to the Idaho or some shit near Shane. Actually, that's what I thought
How's that
because I
fool
remember
doing?
he's doing all right. Dude, we all went. I talked to him the other day. I was gonna wear a shirt and I should have. He
What?
made some shirts. He made some shirts, dude. And if there's a video of it, I just will send it to you, bro. Of Jared punching me in the face when I wear this shirt. So, um,
Well,
but
you gotta
uh,
tell me what it is now. You can't just like
I'll
fucking
have
tickle my balls.
nah, because if for the off chance Jared listens to this shit, he's gonna know. So yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna have to
but
fucking tag him then.
yeah,
But he's
thanks.
not anywhere either,
Shit.
is he?
No, that fool's even less than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, no. I think his new old lady, she might have him wrapped in like a shared account or some shit. One of those.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
castration move right there, bro. Boy, got your
Nah,
balls in
dude.
a purse.
Nah, I love her, bro.
he never
But no,
came across to me like a dude that would be involved in some shit like that.
no. I'm
He
I'm
seemed like
talking
a
out of my
duty dude.
neck, dude. He's a guy.
Okay.
Um,
I know,
but
bro.
no,
He
I don't
breaking
know.
his balls.
100%. But we all went up in Boise National Forest, dude, last year. Um, and did a little camp out, bro. Did a couple nights out in the fucking sticks, dude. That shit was dope.
Oh yeah?
Got away from everything, dude. No fucking cell service, nothing. And we
Drugs
hiked. I cannot confirm or
or
deny.
deny.
So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Did some
yeah.
good drinking, I guess.
Can't. No, yeah, about a little bit of whiskey, but it's too much of a hike, bro. I mean, we went out there. This wasn't freaking. Your car's next to you, bro. We had to hike in,
So you need your
and
wits. You gotta have your wits with you.
yeah, and you had to have your sleeping gear and all your food, and we stayed at a lake. She was
All
it
right.
was cool, man.
So it
It was
wasn't really a
cool.
party. So you couldn't do things.
No,
Yeah, right.
no, there might have been some type of fungus out there. You know what I mean? That
Well, it
might
grows.
have
It's wild. It happens.
there might have been some fungus out
It
there,
might. It's
dude.
not your fault if you run into fungi. It happens, bro. What are you gonna do?
But I for the most part was taking it in, dude. You know what I mean? Forever fucking straight edge, I guess, dude. Sure,
Yeah, I get X's on your
sure.
hand. What's up?
Oh, bro, you don't even know, brother.
I was watching the that Netflix Gabby Petito murder thing, and
Yeah,
I don't know if you know about it, but there was she was from Long Island, where I'm from. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing it up is because they went out to Teton Park, wherever in
yeah,
Wyoming,
yeah.
and there was one part where the guy was like, "Yeah, he parked his car here," and then they showed a map and they show his little trek, and he hiked, and the fucking place he went was on the other side of the map. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, that's fucking too much, bro. I don't like walking down the block, bro. I'm fucking old as
I
fuck.
I love it. Even with my big ass, dude, I love it. We went from fuck 4,000 feet to 9,000 feet. This shit was good. Yeah, you look all right. You look sharp with them glasses on.
Dude,
Yeah,
like this,
you
gonna be hiking? Fuck no. I can't even see right now. It's good for the soul, though, right?
it was good to get away, bro. It's just you and your thoughts, dude.
Yeah. I work, as you know, but I'm gonna tell the people who don't know. I work in the New York City subway. So
Mm.
every night I work midnights. I see drunk people, homeless people, stinky people, heroin, K2. Do you guys got K2 over there?
What's K2?
It's synthetic marijuana.
I'm sure they do. I don't know. I am very checked out of that shit. I am borderline straight edge, yo, for real.
Because the
So
only thing
yeah,
we don't really have is meth. So every fucking night, it's just the filth, the human excrement, shit, piss, vomit. I'm jumping over human feces on a nightly basis. There was a dead guy on my train. So, and there's no white
wait,
people.
wait, 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 dude. I love how you. That's how you're so desensitized, bro. You're so yeah. The dead guy on my train.
Yeah, it was a
Like,
dead guy. There was a dead
like
guy on
that's
my
just
train.
that's Thursday night, bro. Like that's
Yeah,
so weird, dude. That
it
you're just
is.
like yeah, there's a dead guy. Like that's hey, all
It's
right, yeah.
yeah. So, oh well, quick story about
Sorry,
the dead guy. So I operate the
yeah,
train, right? So when there's a dead guy in the train, they got to get the cops' investigation. So I got to get all the regular people off.
yeah.
Now there's so many people passed out and sleeping that I have to bang my keys on the fucking bang bang. Yo, get up! Train's out of service. Get up! Get up! So I got to go car to car. Get all these fucking drunk people don't want to get up. I get to one car. This guy's passed out cold. He's not waking up. I'm banging my key on the pole. Bang bang. Train's out of service. You gotta go. The cop looks at me. He's like, "That's the dead guy." I was like, oh. I tried to wake up the dead guy. I was like, oh shit. That's why his jaw's open like that.
Dude,
But
it's weird. It's weird that that's just like that's part of your gig, and you're
yeah,
nothing. That doesn't. Are you callous like that, bro? Like it's
I
just a dead
didn't.
dude.
I guess I am. I didn't. I should have went out. I should have like went out because the supervisors came like, "Oh, you okay?" I was like, "Yeah," but now I'm thinking I
Yeah,
should act like I was traumatized. Right?
a little bit of,
Been out of work
little
for a
bit.
year,
No,
but
nah, dude. You,
the
you
re-
can't bitch up that much.
the reason I bring this up is because I went to Florida for a couple of days to start Disney,
Yeah,
and it was clean. There was no vomit. There was no shit. There was so to get away. I was only there for like 3 days, but that getaway did me so fucking. So it was so good just to get the fuck out of there. And I'm not making
yeah,
it a race thing, but just there was just white people everywhere. I couldn't. It's so fucking strange that there was just white people everywhere.
yeah,
It was good to get away. So I
yeah.
know what you mean.
It's we were in Idaho, bro. There was population one black guy, dude. You know what I
Boise.
mean? And yeah, Boise. When it was really cool. So and whatever, dude. It's there's character, bro. Everyone knows that. You know what I mean? And there I know a lot of crummy ass people. Don't matter their fucking skin color.
Nope.
But I've got to tell you, we're in Boise, and you're talking about jumping over piss and shit and all that stuff. You go to downtown LA, and you're doing that. You go to Boise, in the city there, Boise, clean as shit. Just fucking, you could eat off the streets clean almost, dude. I'm like, how? There's how? How in the fuck with all the money quotes, dude, that California makes or whatever produces, da da da
You
da da.
you know why though?
I do know why, bro. Come on, but
It's
yeah,
a LA's
it,
liberal city.
oh, dude, and it's fucking gross. It pisses me off, quite frankly. I mean, we're gonna probably in the next few years, Mike. I'm out of California. I'm out. I'm gonna sell the business, dude, and just freaking sell the home, sell everything, and go. Bye.
Oh, by the way, the reason why I brought up the black-white thing is because if I worked
Yeah.
with all white people and I went somewhere and it was all black people, that would be a getaway too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just brought that up because it
No,
was
I
a
do.
different atmosphere.
Yeah, and you're racist. No, for sure.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that part. Where are you gonna go? Do you have a plan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Diet, California,
Where's that?
Oregon. Oregon,
Uh,
Oregon. You know where Oregon's at?
yeah. No, I
Right.
was thinking, but Oregon is kind of dirty too, though.
It depends on where you go. You go to Portland, yeah, dude. It's Portland and
Portland,
Eugene.
Eugene. Yeah.
Yeah. But where we're at, bro, it's let's just say it's very red. It's very country. It's open carry and it's clean.
Let me find out you're going to Astoria,
No, I wish.
living out your
Oh,
Goonies dreams.
dude. Oh, brother, I would. I can't afford Astoria. That's ritzy up there. That's
Do-
almost damn near Washington too. But
Doesn't
that
that
shit's fucking
neighborhood look
nice,
beautiful?
dude. Yeah, yeah,
I always
one
love that
hundred percent.
neighborhood.
I'll freaking when we're up there, we're gonna be up there soon enough. Just hanging out because the parents are up there. Um, I told the wife we got to go to the Goondocks.
You
We gotta
have
see some
to.
Goonies
You
shit,
got to,
dude. You
man. And
know?
hopefully it's a little rainy and like misty and shit.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be riding a little girl's bike down the street. Dude.
Fucking Chad is gonna fuck. Troy.
Troy, dude. You got
Troy.
Troy. It's all over once you go to Troy's bucket, dude.
But one of those things, like you said, the LA was so filthy. A friend of mine, he travels around the country for his work, and he went to Seattle. And I say he was stepping over syringes, like homeless tents everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
This shit is fucking crazy. Telling him to put a mask on. This was like 3 years ago. I don't know. It's just a strange. It's just strange how things are one way here, one way another place.
Yeah, for sure. And you put in race or people, dude, it doesn't matter because I mean, everyone knows California, bro, is northern Mexico now. I mean, it's just a given.
How far
It's
up does it
freaking
go?
shit. Northern Mexico now goes pretty much up to Redding. Once you get Redding, then you're in Southern California, dude.
Now,
To be an asshole way.
where
But
is Redding for someone who wouldn't know the like in relation to like LA?
so Redding's probably a good 12 hours from Los Angeles,
North of it?
north. Yeah,
Oh shit!
yeah. It's
Wow,
not actually, no, excuse me. Yeah, dude, about 12 hours.
that's pretty far up.
No, California's a long state, dude, and you definitely like. I don't mind, bro. I mean, hell, everyone knows that I'm half Mexican or whatever, quarter, whatever. Mom's Mexican, um, and I'm like, dude, that a lot of my friends are Mexicans. My daughter was dating some Mexican fool, um, but I also like say, damn man, like it sucks. You have to speak Spanish here. You have to.
Right.
It's catered. It's everything, man. Some of my friends they're getting pissed off, dude, to go into a little bit of political bullshit. Some of the friends that have come here legally, bro, and did their whole thing,
Yeah.
get pissed off. Get pissed off when these fools keep crossing the border and getting shit. They're like, no, fuck that. They need to fucking go back.
How does your
They're like,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, it's freaking it's weird to see motherfuckers with their broken English though, but they're representing the United States and they're like, nah, dude, those people close that shit. Those people need to go at it. It's
Um,
weird to hear that shit.
I was gonna ask you because I'm half Mexican, so my Mexican family on my mom's side,
Yeah.
they fly American flags outside of their house, and they're the same way. They want these motherfuckers to go, for multiple reasons. One, the fucking gangs make everyone look bad.
Yeah.
But they did it the right way. They came in through the front door. How does I don't know if you have a relationship with your Mexican side, but if you do,
Oh, I
how do
do.
they feel?
It's my mom's side.
Yeah, me too.
Well, my mom is she's very whitewashed, bro. I mean, she
Excuse me.
as no, you good. The older she gets, the more white she becomes because her mom was Native American and Irish. Her father was I only know him to be Spanish. I mean,
Right.
literally Spanish,
From
Spaniard,
Spain.
So when you get, I mean, everyone knows kick it real, dude. You get some Native American and Spanish, brother. That's just Mexican, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
fuck yeah.
I don't want to say her last name. I'll tell you. Well, fuck it. It don't matter. But Pacho and
That's
Pacho, not
very
Pancho,
Mexican.
but yeah. But dude, she's bad. She's like a lot of Mexicans. My daughter graduated high school. She's like, what's all those Mexican names? Like, hey, mom, chill.
yo, they're one of
Like
us. We're one of
like
them.
what's with that? Like you, not that long ago, lady, you were a Pacho.
Yeah.
She's some French Canadian name now, but
Oh,
um,
highfalutin, huh?
yeah. So
Yo, you know what's fucked up is that I used to rent a studio a couple years ago, a studio apartment, right? Now you would never know I'm half Mexican, especially with my accent and everything, right?
oh, everyone assumes Italian, I'm sure, right?
Right, yeah. So
Yeah.
the landlord was talking about the Mexicans doing the lawn across the street, and he said he like almost elbowed me, like, "Look at these dirty fucking spicks across the street." And I'm thinking to myself, "Yo, I'm not on your team, bro. Like, I'm not
Right.
with that." But I didn't
Oh,
say
dude.
nothing. I just let it roll, you know. But that happens to me so much, where just a regular white guy will hit me in the ribs and say some racist shit, like I'm on that team. I was like,
Bro,
"Nah, bro."
you see the way I look. Come on now.
Yeah.
I look a certain way, dude, and a lot of times it's especially black fools. Motherfucker will come up to you, nudge you a little bit. Look at that fucking motherfucker, and he starts saying something like, "Yo, dude, okay, you can stay away, dude." You know what I mean? Or, I'm the clown though, bro. I still clown around, and a lot of the friends know, especially on job sites, dude. When come Gay Pride Month shit, and I tell motherfuckers every month's Pride Month when you're white, homeboy, and just some racist shit, dude.
Yeah.
And that's just all screaming on a job site, bro, where I'm the only white fool. Like, what power just start going on?
But do they
But
get
they
it
know.
though?
Yeah, they get it, dude, because they fucking know. And it's all good and fun, bro. Don't get me wrong, I know when and when not to say some
Of
shit.
course.
But they just because I look the way. I know how I look, dude.
Yeah.
And freaking everyone's gonna assume that anyway. As soon as the hat comes off, like, oh, the bald head, the goatee, the tattoos. Oh, dude, this fool hates any other color.
He might even be an Aryan. He looks like an
Yeah.
Aryan.
Dude, my last name's Polish as all hell, dude. So come on.
Right.
Yeah. But the to the point of my mom's side with California, a lot of them live like in the more generally Hispanic neighborhoods. Glendora, La Puente, freaking
I've heard of La
Azusa.
Puente.
Yeah, well, because La Puente 13 was a big deal before MS 13.
Mm.
Um, I'm not talking any shit. I don't know anything about that life, dude. I just know that back when I was growing up, La Puente 13 was some shit, dude. Um, but but everyone's American. Or rather, they're from the United States. There's no like American flag and then the Mexican flag underneath that shit. None of us fly flags really anyway.
Yeah.
Um, I do not like though them fools that fly that Mexican flag in their yard. To me, I'm like, yeah, dude. Any other country, brother, would consider that invasion.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers coming across the border, dude, waving flags and shit, like, oh, you're invading our country,
It's a
and then, dude, hundreds dead. That should
it
be in the headlines, bro. They're invading our country.
it's so strange how
We call that shit immigration, bro. I sounded racist as fuck right now, dude.
you sound like you're telling the truth and you're being honest, because I always found it strange that people come here from they escape they're escaping their country to come here for a better life and to live in America, but they bring their shitty culture with them and they fly the flag of the country they're
They're
escaping from.
leaving.
I don't
Yes.
understand that.
Uh,
Like,
None of the homies do either, dude. Because the friends I have and customers turn friends, um, they don't get that shit. They're like, well, we left. Why the fuck, dude? Like, we left for a reason.
yeah.
Is there? They ain't fucking flying no Mexican flag. They'll go back to a lot of the guys I know come from Jalisco, Michoacan, um,
What's that?
cities in Mexico.
Okay.
Jalisco, yeah. Um, let's see, was it Guadalajara? I can't remember exactly, but one of my friends was schooling me about what's what. But I noticed like the fellows around me, they're all from the same kind of general area, dude, in Mexico. Real nice and all that. I've been invited so many times. One of the homies has hectares of land because it's hectares there, not acres.
That's fucking hilarious.
Not yeah, but not Hector like the name. That's Hector, homie. No, like it's whatever. But beautiful land, and I'm like, why are you here, dude?
Yeah.
That's the weird part.
Yeah.
But the opportunities here and what they do, kind of some of them do is they make their money here and they go back and they vacation back in their homeland, so to speak. But make no mistake, dude, they're American. They're from the United States. and they just go back and forth. I'm like, hey, you know, I can respect that. Why not, dude? If I could vacation in another country too, and like would be paradise, bro. Fuck yeah, you know.
Also,
But
a lot of it's not only like the Hispanics, but there's a 7-Eleven that I go to before work, and there's a guy there. He's I don't know, Pakistani, whatever, over there somewhere, but he's there every fucking day. And I'm like, dude, don't you have a day off? He was like, no, I work 7 days a week. I was like, oh man, so I mean, you know, you got some money. He was like, no, I send it back home. They're building a house. So that's what they do too. Like, I know a lot of Colombians do that. They work in America, send money back home. And because, you know, like $1 here is worth so much more over there. So they can build a giant fucking house.
right, no, dude, one of the friends has a fucking restaurant and a hotel. Motherfucker has a hotel.
That's big. That's huge.
Yeah, yeah. But he lives around the way from me here. He stays here 90% of the time. Usually when it gets colder. Usually when it gets colder, man, they freaking bail out to back to Mexico. But none of them ever fucking fly that bullshit like, oh, I'm Mexican, bro. I'm from Mexico. They're like, nah, I'm the United States. I'm from the United States, but I hang out in Mexico.
Yeah,
You know?
well, that's how it used to be.
Yeah, and there ain't nothing wrong with being proud about where you come from, bro. But it's where, like everything, dude. It's not who's there first, bro. It's who's there last, dude. You could be like, oh, it was theirs first, bro, but it's ours, and we've been here, and it's last.
Yeah.
We, as in European, like the money you're making has white people on it. Full stop.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But some other, yeah, come on, dude. You're working for the currency of the white man, and a lot those people that motherfuckers that come over here like it was Mexico first and all that shit. Yeah, bro, but you only want to come here because a white man made it this way, and that's the only reason why. Don't forget it. And that sounds racist, bro, and it's not even coming from a racist thing. But dude, that's just what it is,
It
bro.
just
Let me
is what
build
it
up
is.
something nice, bro, and you want to come over here and be like, you know, this used to be mine. Like, yeah, dude.
The one thing you learn, like as you get older, the one thing that you definitely learn is you can never deny the truth. Like the truth will, at the end, the truth will always come out, and it'll always 100%. Be right. Like you can say some shit, and someone will have a different opinion, or they could say this, that, but the truth is the truth. That's it. Right. It will set you free.
The sun, the moon, the truth, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why you So what is the main reason for your fucking exile or your pilgrimage, so to speak?
Taxes.
Oh shit, that's a good reason.
Yeah, it's being what I used to be small business owner. I have no more employees, dude. I went back to sole prop. It's just me. If anything, I'd hire day labor kind of thing and just kind of 1099. Anyway, I'm paying a tax this year. It's called FUTA, FUTA, which is the Federal Unemployment Tax Act that California, I guess, took a loan and didn't pay it back. So small businesses pay it back. I'm getting taxed on something.
Wait.
Yeah, dude, from
what?
California. I have to pay a tax because California borrowed money from the feds or whatever as a loan and hasn't paid it back yet. If that's my understanding, I could be very wrong, but I never had to pay that tax until becoming a small business owner, dude, and I'm tired of it.
What is the logic behind that? I don't get. This is why I love. Listen, say what you want about Trump, but this or Elon Musk and this Doge shit. But I'm not an expert on it. I haven't looked into it. All I know, I've seen some videos. This is why this is so good, because they're looking at things like that and saying, what the fuck are they doing? Why are they doing it? And let's stop them from doing it and give the money back to the people. Have you seen some of the money that they've been fucking wasting?
Dude.
Like, it's fucking crazy.
I thought it was fake when that motherfucker started going off about 100-year-old people to 100 to 109. Yeah. I'm all, this is fake, bro. This is all fake. Because the AI shit, you know what I mean? Everyone does their little, I'm like, this is fake.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, this is fucking real? And it makes me want to bash my fucking head into a wall, dude. Like, yo, this is all Social Security and we're paying, or they're putting the money aside for these vampires? Or what's the deal here? You know what I mean? Like, there ain't nobody 200 years old in the United States, dude. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I was like, nah, this fake. And then that should turn out to be real, bro. And that should just make motherfuckers go up in arms right now.
And that's just one thing.
One of many, dude. All that shit, bro, I thought was maybe fake. Condoms in Gaza? Like, that's fake. Come on, stop.
Transgender comic books in Peru?
It sounds like you're making shit up, dude. Does it not?
Yeah.
It sounds made up, dude. It sounds really made up. And then you find out it's real, and you're like, how come no one's going to the streets? Or how come they're not storming the Capitol again, bro? And then when you storm the Capitol, and it's like, oh, it was some rioting shit. You're like, yeah, but the people spoken again, and the
Yeah.
people that are there obviously think there's something wrong. And whatever happened on that day is whatever happened, bro. That's another thing. Like, well, FBI, blah blah blah. Sure, I wasn't there, so you tell
Yeah.
me the story, cool, dude. But you got Elon Musk with his little team of fucking nerds saying, "No, we're spending money left and right on bullshit."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna believe him. I'm gonna believe it because yeah,
Yeah, because not only is he one of the smartest dudes in the world, he's a bit like autistic. So I don't know if he just I don't know if he would know how to like scam or fucking. I mean, he probably does, but he's such a weirdo that he's just gonna do like laser focused on doing this one thing and doing it right.
him taking over the Twitter thing and then showing all the bullshit, exposing what was actually going on, and letting people know, yeah, that like 90% or whatever the percentage was of bots, and then also whatever freaking more influence from the feds, so to speak, the you know what I mean, the government, manipulating freaking stuff and all that. You're like, he didn't have to say any of that shit. If he wanted to be in the pocket and get in there, he could have just worked a deal with them on the fucking side anyway.
Yeah,
They wouldn't have to go into Trump's corner. And it's funny that motherfuckers hate this dude now for what? Because you know his name. He's just like a if it was Mr. Johnson, no one would give a fuck. If it was
yeah,
so and so dick face, it was you, Mike, going up there talking about a podium like, hey, we're giving 3 million to fucking 100-year-olds for Social Security. People are like, okay, sure, guy. But Elon Musk says it or tells Trump, and Trump says it, dude. And it's like,
yeah,
Elon Musk is dirty. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
sure.
It's fucking. I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say about that?
It's fucking unreal, man.
Shit. Oh yeah. So these two guys, Trump and Musk, right? They don't need to be doing what they're doing. They're already set. Their lives are set, billionaires.
Right.
So it's not like
Yeah.
they
Yeah, but you know what?
What's up?
You know what though? So I had this conversation with actually. He's a Democrat. Come to find out, didn't care. He kept saying he didn't want to talk politics about some shit. We just had some downtime, and that's when I realized like, oh, he's probably a Democrat, which is whatever, dude. Right on. I voted Republican, dude. I voted for Trump. Okay, my daughter who's a Democrat, she voted for Trump.
That's what they
Come
did.
on, dude. Come on, bro.
It's their
Anyway,
fault.
yeah. So, um, he doesn't have to. Elon Musk doesn't have to. But you know what? You can get all the money all you want, Mike. But what you and I both want, what every man probably wants, bro, is power. And those fools get power, and he's getting even more power, more notoriety. Excuse me, more of that. You can only get so many dollars, brother. But what's gonna drive you? What's gonna make you happy? I'm the biggest motherfucker in here, dude. That's what it is, dude. Yeah, I think
But
so. That's what I would go for, bro. After a while, dude, motherfuckers want to be known, and you could say that about Trump, though. Like, yeah, but everyone knows Trump and has known Trump. But what other move is there, dude, to become the leader of the free world, so to speak, dude?
if he
What else
takes
was what else was Musk gonna do, bro? He's gonna he we ain't getting to fucking Mars anytime soon. That's a pipe dream, dude.
something else about him, though, he has a vendetta against the left
No, what
because
he does.
he blames them for his son being a transgender.
Oh, really?
I mean, this is my theory. I don't know because like he's got such a hard dick for them because he doesn't even acknowledge his, which is wrong. But he's like, they took my son. You know what I'm saying? So now he's
I
after them.
You know what though, dude? What was his son doing though, bro? You know what I mean? Like if my daughter came in here, she wanted to be called something else because whatever. I'm gonna look at her, what she's been doing, what she's been seeing and reading and everything else, dude. And shame on you, bro. Shame on you that you let your kid be on social media fucking 90% of the day.
That's another
Shame
part
on
of
you.
it. That's another part of it. Yep.
That's another reason why I don't have this shit, Mike. It's hard for me to tell my kids don't be on that shit when I like or even like me, dude. I'm not the skinniest. I'm also not as heavy as I used to be. Um, but it'd be hard for me to tell my kids you shouldn't eat that shit. When meanwhile, dad has bitch tits, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yep.
So how I can't be freaking telling my kids you shouldn't be on TikTok or fucking Instagram and all that stuff. It's dumb. It's poison. It's gonna fuck your mind up. But be on it myself. You know.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk, whatever, if he does blame the left for it, yeah, bro. But what did you do to reel your kid in, though, man? You
Yeah,
know,
but like
it's
you're
it,
100% correct. But whatever the circumstances are, I think he really has a vendetta against them.
I could, yeah, dude, I could get it. You know, I could dig that, bro. I apparently one of my cousins went to a university, and that's where she got brainwashed by that shit, and doesn't
Yeah.
talk to pretty much the whole family because a lot of us are right wing.
Are you though? Or,
I
like, are you like? For me, I've never been either or. I've always just had my common sense. I believe this, that, and that wherever I land, wherever I land. But now the
yeah,
past fucking a lot of years now, they've kind of pushed me to the right, and now I'm fully over there.
it sucks that it sucks that you have to almost choose sides now because if you did vote for Trump, oh, you're a Republican or whatever. Like, but you know what, dude? I don't care. I've said this before when I had the show. I've said it many times. I like being lied to by Republicans more than Democrats, dude. I
Pretty
make more money
much.
getting lied to by the Republicans.
Yeah.
You know, my business does fairly decent when it seems like the Republicans are in administration. I do a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, when Trump was in it in 2016, when you know what's funny is that's when I got off pretty much a lot of social media. Is 2016, dude. I was like, oh, this is turning really bad. You see it coming, bro. That poison being fed,
Yeah.
dude. I saw more anti fucking Trump, anti everything. That I was like, that's weird. Why?
Yeah.
And then that was the last post I ever did on Twitter. Was you know what? It's going to spread the virus. I think I said is going to spread faster through social media, so we should get off of it. And that was the last thing I said, and I turned it off.
Yeah.
I ain't been on Twitter since, and that was 2019, I think, when I did that. Um, so 2016, I got off Facebook and I think Instagram. I'm not too sure. It doesn't matter, but I just know that
My 401k
um,
was looking good those years.
I was making money, bro. I was making a lot of money, dude. And then I still made money. Don't get me wrong with the last administration, but it's also the state of mind too, bro. Like people think the government's the economy. Like, nah, bitch, you're the economy. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
build regardless. You're gonna spend regardless. Why are you gonna save? Because yeah, I don't know. That it's here nor there. It's out of my fucking pay grade for sure. I don't really know how it all kind of works, dude. I just know that the government doesn't shouldn't dictate what our economy is doing per se. It's how much we're gonna spend, what we're gonna do with our money. But when them fools started giving everybody money willy nilly, dude,
Yeah.
during the pandemic, man,
Yeah.
I knew what was going to happen would happen, you know. And I don't know what you're paying for fuel out there. That was one of the reasons why I was late to do this with you or later. Um, I spent $5.29 a gallon, dude, for gas.
Whoa, that's a lot, bro. I think we're at
Is it a lot?
290.
Shut the fuck up. Are you serious?
We're at like 290.
I
Yo,
thought you
L,
guys were up there, dude.
how much is gas? Do you know? It's like 290, right? A little higher, maybe three. Yeah, it's maybe three. This dude in Cali's doing five and a quarter. What'd you say?
5.29.
529. How do you even exist with those prices?
I sell drugs on the side, dude.
Oh, what you got, bro? You do FedEx? What's up?
You know, I'm fentanyl, dude.
Oh, you
no,
know I
no,
can't play
no,
Call of Duty without some
no.
opiates.
Hey, your KD goes fucking great when you're on those opiates, does it
Dude,
not?
I'm almost hitting two. Just me by myself, I'm like a one. I'm like a 1.2. Hit those opiates, two, baby.
I used to love hitting some Oxycontin, dude, pop an 80 and run Call of Duty 4, bro, and just
Yo,
be smoking a cigarette, throwing up in my sink in between matches, bro. It's like, okay, I think
yo,
I did too much.
I took an 80 once because my boy had them, and I for all day on clouds all day. It was the most amazing thing I've ever experienced in my life outside of acid.
Hmm.
It was so good. We're gonna get some of those. I want to get some more of those.
I
80
used to
is
love that
crazy.
shit. 80s were great, dude. You pop in, you break it in half. You know, you wait a couple hours, pop the other 40, and then you chase that with some 750 Vicodin, dude. You're on a good cocktail, bro.
That's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Oh, dude,
Everything is better.
love that shit. So, and I still love it. That's why I don't do it.
Let me tell you what happened
Yeah.
with me. I was back in like 2009. I had double hernia surgery, right?
Okay.
So I'm hanging out. My daughter was like 6, 7 months old at the time. I wasn't allowed to pick her up, but I was home from work, so me and her were hanging out. So I put a movie on. It was Monsters vs. Aliens, an animated movie, and I had some Percocets. So I ate them. I'm hanging out with my baby watching this, and I'm like, my life is great. Holy shit, this is the best movie ever. I have the best baby ever, and I'm not at work. Holy shit. And then I'm like, oh, wow, this is dangerous. It's fucking dangerous.
That euphoria you get, dude, is tremendous, bro. Dude, it was hard too. So I got a bum knee, um, and I get the Joe Rogan treatment on that shit, um, and the Regenikine stuff, do the PRP, and it wore off, and I'm waiting to go back to my doctor's again, bro, and a lot of pain, right?
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law goes, I have a bunch of Vicodin from my tooth. Do you want them? And I was like, yes, I do. So I'm not going to take them. So I said, no, thank you. Like, I do want them. I want them all. I want to crush them all up and snort them right the fuck now.
Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. Right up, right in there.
I can't, dude. I know I can't. I know I shouldn't, so I don't, you know?
Yeah.
It's bad enough, like, I can't say no to a fucking bag of chips, dude. So I'm like, fuck it. You know, might as well just not do drugs, so to speak.
Yeah, food is the tough one, really.
Dude, after I lost 100 pounds,
how'd you do that, by the way?
I fast. I fasted, and it was in the hugest caloric deficit, dude. I maybe ate 1,200 calories a day.
All right, so a friend of mine got into like working out like hardcore in the past couple of years, and he's talking about calorie. I'm in a like what the fuck is a calorie deficit? You're not
calorie deficit. Yeah, pretty much. You're not like, so say, I don't know how tall you are and what your weight, but like myself, I'm 6'2", 275 right now. I used to be 238. That was after losing from 340 to 350 pounds. I went down to 230. Yeah,
that's
bro.
A lot, bro.
No, I was 4Xing. Like, this is a 2X shirt right here, bro. Like, I was 4Xing, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. I was, yeah, dude.
Did you feel like shit, or like how'd you feel? Or was that normal?
So here's
the
weird thing. I felt better when I was heavier because of the way I lost all the weight. My body started eating everything, and it started taking away muscle. And that's when I realized, like, dude, but I was boxing every day, jump roping every day, like sick with it. What's today? Yeah, workout. I didn't stop 7 days a week.
Yeah.
For a whole year. It melted off. Everyone thought I was back on the dope, dude. The meth. We call it meth out here, dope. And I had to tell people, nah, I put the fucking fork down. Like, yo, can a motherfucker just not eat? Like, no, I'm not back on that shit. Relax, you know? Don't get me wrong, dude. I was probably putting down close to 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams of caffeine a day too.
Right.
And then, but nonstop. And it fucking fell off, dude. Loose skin and shit, dude. Like, freaking, there's a fold in my ear.
Yeah.
That, like, I was like, what the fuck? It just, my skin was like, I was losing so much weight, my skin wouldn't, keep up with that shit.
Yeah, sure. But when you're like exercising with that, it doesn't tighten up with you.
No, not the way I was doing it. So now I've been lifting for about a year solid, almost 2 years. And I realized I wasn't gaining any muscle too. I'm like, how? I can't, and I'm older. I know you and I are relatively the same age. I think you might be older because you're ancient, but
pretty much.
Yeah,
put my glasses back on.
This is the jab. I took mine off, dude. I'm like, yeah, bro. You're anyway.
I remember in my old days.
Like, all the salt and pepper and the beard, bro. It's the beard, man. I freaking was like, what the fuck? I can't get, like, I plateaued. I can't, like, why can't I lift? I can't bench press shit, So I got my blood work done, and bro, fucking low testosterone. Everything.
Oh yeah.
Everything, bro, that made me a man for testosterone was being used to make me a guy. The voice, dude, the strength I had. But as far as putting on muscle in your late 40s, dude, they're like, the doctor would just say diet, exercise. Well, yeah, but I don't have any muscle. My whole left side had atrophied from my leg. So down from my glute to hamstring, everything gone. Calf, everything was like, it's significantly smaller because of my knee being hurt and all that shit. I just would baby everything.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't mean to get so verbose about it all, but I couldn't put on anything until I got on that fucking TRT, dude. I had to. As soon as I started jamming TRT, fuck, dude.
Let me just rewind for a second.
Yeah.
Did your low T, was it always there, or did it happen as a result of what you were doing to your body?
I don't know. Because I never had blood work done before.
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
I just know that I had the would be symptoms, and you can talk yourself into some shit. And you hear shit from freaking different podcasts because I still listen to podcasts. Who doesn't? But
Yeah.
and then my man Jared hit me up one day. He listened to some shit. Donald Cerrone was freaking Cowboy Cerrone, UFC fighter, was talking about this company, and so he floats it over to me, and I sat on that for almost a year. And I've been thinking about it for years and years, dude. Like, hey, I should get my blood work done now. Like, I wonder, because, at past fucking 44, I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
It's plus having been obese, you know what I mean? My diet was shittier, but I was like, no, man, I'm still driving. Like, I can still whoop your ass. There's no, whatever.
Yeah.
I still felt strong in a sense. Until I started trying to lift weight, dude, and I realized, oh, I'm not as strong as I think. Like, oh,
Right.
weird.
Yeah.
But it's also different. Anyway, I was so total testosterone was 400.
Oof.
My free testosterone was almost non-existent, dude. Meaning I guess free testosterone, from what I hear and from what I understand, that's what helps you build the muscle. That shit that's going to make you like pump.
Yeah.
I had like none, dude. I had like, I don't know, 50, if that, something like that, something really fucking small.
That's low though, right?
Very low. We're like a legitimate blood test too. This isn't just some crackpot fucking bullshit. Like, no, you
Doc in a
go.
box. Yeah.
No, nothing like that, dude. They take your shit, they analyze it, and they'll say, hey, based on what you want to do, here's what we recommend. And without a doubt, I had the blood test literally said clinically low as a warning. My blood panel was like, oh, clinically low for testosterone. And that's third party. That's not from the clinic, or the medical company, I'll say, that is doing it, that reads my results. That's from the fucking actual lab that I went to. LabCorp. I don't know if you have LabCorp out there,
Yeah,
or
definitely.
Quest. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
All that
where
shit.
I'd get my blood. Yeah, get my blood work done there. They send it to my doctor in Michigan, and they're like, "Oh, look at you! Like, yeah, you're fucking low as fuck."
Oh wow.
And I was like, I thought it'd be low. I didn't realize it'd be that low. That pretty much that everything that made me a man as far as testosterone was taken. Anything else, bro, I had none. So not lethargia, being lethargic sometimes, or like just drawn out,
Yeah. Yeah.
not
Yeah.
want that was all there. But I was also placing blame on the SSRIs, because I went anger management, dude. I did a whole fucking rehaul, dude, or
Yeah.
overhaul rather. Excuse me. Did anger management, counseling, and shit like that, because
Why the
I
anger
would
management?
because that's the weird part. That's where I thought maybe I had too much testosterone. Because, dude, angry. I'm mad right now, Mike. No bullshit. I'm
You were
always angry,
flipping?
dude.
Were you flipping?
Yeah. I replaced one of the reasons why I had to replace all my doors in my house, bro. There wasn't a fist or a fucking foot through them, dude.
Oh, so yeah, all
100.
right, yeah. So it definitely needed a change for sure.
Yeah. So I popped one day, dude. I don't mind saying this because I've always been truthful on everything. Why lie? Um, but found out my daughter was vaping, dude, and I was like hell, like, nah, your mom and I did everything to make sure you're healthy, and you're gonna start putting some bullshit in you.
Yeah.
Fuck a bunch of that, dude. I kicked her door right open and fucking tossed her room like she was a fucking cellmate, dude. Just like I was a warden, bro, and she was in a
Sure.
fucking cell. And flipped over everything, dude, and just went nuts, bro. And like I just lost it, like went haywire, and I know kids will be kids.
Like a little too much, maybe.
Nothing to the point where I fucking never once hit my kids in that regard. But
Okay.
damn, boy, this venomous tongue, dog. You know what I mean? I'll make you feel like a real piece of shit. From what I was told, even my wife said, "It's like, no, you can make somebody feel like a real piece of shit, Stan."
You Shane grade that shit.
Oh, dude, bro, easy.
Yo, you made that motherfucker go home and rethink his whole shit.
Dude.
Dude, that guy went home and changed his whole life after talking to you for 20 minutes.
Listen to you, bro. I'll take it. You're right.
All right, so
You're
go
right.
ahead. Anger management, go ahead.
No, they went to counseling, and then counseling turned into anger management. Sought out a therapist through my medical stuff or through my insurance, blah 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 blah. Told them I don't want to do drugs, and they're like, okay. But the more and more I talked, I was like, this is dumb. I'm not, nothing's helping. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's try drugs. So I went on drugs. Going on drugs, I felt real chill, Mike, and nothing crazy. And it took forever. They put me on a Lexapro, and
All right, I heard of that. That's an
so
antidepressant, or what is that?
it's antidepressant, anxiety, whatever the fuck. It's a all around. It's pretty much it's the Budweiser of fucking of pills, dude. Everyone knows what it is in a sense, and everyone can take it. I guess maybe that's
So
a bad
that,
analogy, but
what did it help you
it
with?
it helped me with. So I have a I still have issues with it, and then you know what? A lot of people say they have OCD, Mike. Dude, if anyone says they have OCD, fuck you. You don't have OCD. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I
because
mean?
I
I
see
do.
those motherfuckers with the OCD, like fucking turning shit on and off 100,000 times and all that shit. Yeah.
So yeah, mine is more internal, and also I would actually project a little bit of it. I'd wash my hands probably, I don't know, 40 times a day. But that to me, that was just what I did. Didn't
Yeah.
realize like, oh, but it was of a clean thing. It had to be clean. I need to be clean. This shit needs to be clean, dude. I need to wash my hands. Um, and then I would find myself, I'd sit down and play a video game, bro, and like, you know what? I need to vacuum. I have to vacuum. It would bother me. I'd have to vacuum. Every time I sat down to do that one thing, the kids were like, "Oh, Dad's playing video games. He's vacuuming," and
That's that compulsion part of it.
I had to, bro. Like, no, and I would be pissed if I didn't.
You were compelled.
So,
Yeah.
yes. And then another thing was time management. Like, I value my time, bro. You and I only have so much time on this fucking planet, and I enjoy this shit, Mike. This is something I was like looking forward to spend time with you, brother, for sure. No homos on that, but
Fuck yeah.
it's good. It's good time. Um, I'd be mad if I feel like you're wasting my time. I get mad if I felt like I should be here at a certain point in time, but I'm not. So
Yeah.
whatever made me lag or whatever made me behind schedule, I'm pissed off and I want it dead. I want you dead.
How do you feel
And
about if you're meeting someone at a certain place and you're there on time and they're not?
that doesn't bother me. It's me.
Really?
It's me. Like I said, it's an internal thing, dude. Like, oh, bro, if I was mad that I wasn't here at 11 o'clock for you, dude, I was
Yeah.
pissed. I was getting mad at the gas
I
station
know.
attendant, dude.
Like
Oh,
everything
dude.
you're saying. I'm like with you. Not the vacuuming thing because I will put that off, but the time management thing. For us,
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Yes. And what I do for a living, bro, a lot of times guys are like, well, you have something to do after this? Like you have another job? Because I do job to job to job throughout the day, usually when it's a good economy. Um, I tell a guy no. They're like, well, then what difference does it make? It's like, because it's my fucking time.
yeah,
What difference does it make if I fucking have something to do? It's none of your fucking business. The fact of the matter is, I allow you so much time of mine, you know what I mean, to get the job done. And if it's past a certain time, I start getting mad at you
yeah,
because you're keeping me from. I don't care if it's going home and just rubbing my wife's feet, dude. I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Or vacuuming my fucking carpets,
In the
dude.
middle of a fucking game where your team is
Yeah,
counting on you.
yeah, bro. No, but that's how it was getting. But I also got real chill. So it took about a month for it to even hit you. You don't just take this pill, dude, and then it works. You have to build it up, I guess. Um, and so I was telling this lady, like, it ain't working. I was like, how do I know when it's working? And my therapist goes, you'll just know.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. Because I was like a few weeks. I'm like, I don't feel fucking. I'm getting mad because I feel like I'm getting my time wasted, dude. And she's like,
Yeah.
hey, relax, you know. And I'm like, all right, like, okay, I'll give it I'll give it some time. One day, bro, I'm late to another job. I'm behind schedule. And usually that means a fist is like punching something, dude, or I'm grinding my teeth, or I'm gonna spit venom, dude. And I got on my phone and I called the customer. I said, hey, I'm running a bit behind today, man. Something happened with the first one. Da 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 da. And he's like, all right, dude, thanks for letting me know. See you when you get here, man. It sucks, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool, man. See you in a little bit. And then I hung up my phone and I did what I started doing. I realized, oh, what the fuck? Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not mad. Like, whoa. Like it jolted me. I was like, oh shit, this is what she meant.
Does
Like it did. It was just like it just started flowing. Everything fucking went flow.
what other feelings would you get in that? Let's say that situation happened and you weren't on the Lexapro. Is anger? Is there any like heart racing? Any kind of butterfly feelings in your stomach? Any of those any like anxiety type of things happening? I'm only
No, that
asking
happened.
because this sounds like something I might want to look into.
So the heart racing, heart palpitations, the butterflies, the gagging. I used to gag. That was all anxiety induced.
Oh, right.
Um, yeah, and I suffered with that shit for years in silence, dude, because I was like, okay, I stored all that inside too until I told my wife, hey, something's wrong with me.
Mm.
Because and I used to smoke, and I thought, oh, it's because I'm smoking. That's why I'm gagging. Like, ugh, and so there was all these things. I'm like, what the fuck? Heart palpitations. Oh, maybe too much caffeine. Oh, why does it feel like I'm gonna die? Like I felt impending doom all the time. I'm gonna go to
Oh,
sleep tonight. I ain't waking up.
can I ask you about that? I don't want to interrupt you,
Yeah.
but
No, you're
I've
good.
been getting that lately. Like, and I want to put a fucking drill in my temple. Like, I feel like if I go to sleep, I'm gonna go into a hole and never fucking come out.
Yeah, brother.
Sometimes I'll wake up and just like you said, impending doom. It's just fucking nuts, bro. I want to bang my head against the fucking wall.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So, um, knowing now, that's just your anxiety is through the roof. You could tell yourself, bro, oh, everything's chill though. You have your girlfriend now. You seem to be, you look healthy enough, Mike. You look the same. Um, and but your body's telling you otherwise. There's something else, perhaps. You know what I
She
mean?
told me it was anxiety. I didn't know what
Yeah.
I thought I was just fucked up.
You thought you're gonna die. You have cancer, right? You're immediately, I have cancer, something, right? You're gonna die. That's what you go to, I'm sure. Like, no, there's something else, and you don't want to get it
It
checked
was
out because
for
you don't
me.
want
It's
to know.
like it's not like a health thing. It's a I'm going into a hole in my mind and I'm not gonna get out of it. It's
Oh
fucking
no
so
shit.
strange. Just
Hey,
drill bit right in my temple. Wah!
different strokes for different folks, dude. You know what I mean? Some people, the rapid heart beating though, dude, was always the the one thing. Like, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Like, oh fuck,
No
and
shit.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
Fuck
oh
it.
fuck, oh fuck, oh
Yeah.
fuck. The your mind,
Lexapro.
bro. Yeah, your mind fucking really does do a number with actually your actual health, bro. I made myself sick, dude. I really did.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I took that shit and it worked. It worked so well, in fact, that I stopped working out. I was like, I can have a piece of pizza. Yeah, dude, ice cream. Fuck yeah, it's
Oh
okay.
no.
I'll get it after tomorrow. I could skip a workout, not a big deal. To where I was more compulsive and like, dude, I need to work out. There's no fucking I'd get so mad at you, bro, if you kept me from getting my workout. I'd be like, what the no, I should be at my home gym. Um, I should be fucking working out at home right now. And I'd be mad, bro. I'd be so mad. Like it pissed me off. Um,
Oh no.
and
So
then
it's almost like it's helping you, but at the same time, sometimes your compulsions could be a good thing.
sometimes
Your house is
it's the
spotless.
yeah, not it's see, that's another one too though. I also have to remember, like, what's a big mess to me might not be a big mess to others. And it's not just my home, it's my wife and my kids too, dude. It was a whole thing, bro. It's like, okay, maybe see shit from my kids' side, maybe see shit from other people's side. It can't all be the selfishness of me. You know what I mean? Like, I am very selfish, dude. I don't know a dude who isn't, bro. To a degree. But that shit freaking it worked really well. Until I was like, yeah, no, I don't like this though. Like the rage was still in there, but it was just at bay. And so I
Mm.
told my psychiatrist, after the therapist, psychiatrist, because she's the one that prescribed shit. I was like, hey, I don't want to be on this anymore. And they put me on another pill to counteract the lack of productivity.
That's why
Because I
you
was
got
like,
off
hey,
it?
yeah, well,
Okay.
I was like, I gained like 30 pounds, dude. And I'm like, no matter
Oh
what I did
fuck.
too, no matter what I did, Mike, I could work out. And it was like, what the fuck? Like, it wasn't coming off. I'm like, what's going on here? And then I'm reading that shit. You can gain 17% of your body weight.
And you were on the TRT at this time or no?
Nope.
Okay.
No, no, no. No, 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 no. TRT I've only been on for not even a year yet.
It's amazing.
Dude, I went from not being able to maybe bench like 100 pounds and be struggling with 100 pounds to now I'm benching 275.
Recovery is fucking sick too, right?
Uh, yes and no, because I'm always hurt.
Yeah,
Because
right, right.
I don't have the luxury of a fucking labor free job. You know what I mean? Like, I work, like, I pull concrete hoses, dude. I'm always pulling and lifting in any way at work. Then I come home and I smash the weights at home too. And then I'll do my recoveries like today, tomorrow. Um, but I do notice that I don't hurt as much, and it I'll be able to like get after it Monday for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did tear my pec on a job site, and for the longest time before I got on the TRT, dude, that shit hurt so bad. I'm like, I'll see a doctor whenever. You know, I ain't got time, but I could barely lift 135 pounds, bro, bench pressing.
Yeah.
You know, my big ass, bro. I don't know if you can see me, dude, but
No, but
I could
135 for you is not a lot. Or it's
no.
not you know, it's right it's you should be doing way more.
Yes, you know what? There's that the saying of not too many men can bench 225 off the jump anyway, who don't really lift weights. So that was the goal, dude. I just want to be able to rep 225.
Yeah.
And I'm 50 over there. Don't get me wrong, I only pushed 175 for one rep
Yeah.
after my set. But anyway, I noticed that that's all the TRT, that's the like holy shit, deadlift. I don't even have enough plates, bro. I deadlift all my plates.
I tell you what's great at our age. You ain't that far behind me, motherfucker, by the way.
No, I know. I know. I know. I know.
But yo, I was last year I was on TRT and D ball, which is a steroid.
I remember you actually told me that. You told me that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
So this steroids are fucking amazing because at our age, like if you're like 20s, you don't need to do that shit.
yeah.
At our age, our late 40s, yo, I put on 15 pounds of muscle. No joke. This is gonna sound crazy in like 2 weeks. This
I
shit
believe
was
it.
fucking nuts. I mean, I don't know if you ever looked into something like that, but it's the fucking best thing I've ever did. Now the thing is, like, it's very expensive. I can't keep up with it, but you get that base going, and then you just kind of keep with it. Now I ended up getting fucking tennis elbow, like fucking my fucking elbow. I can't lift shit, and I don't
Yeah.
have time to do physical therapy, so. I still have 3 bottles of TRT in my bathroom. So when I fix my elbow and I get back on it, I'm gonna get back on it. But steroids
So
are great.
when you're doing the TRT, because like I'm told now, bro, like I'm on it for life. You know, if I do get off of it, there could be the whole you go back to low, or even regress even further.
Oh yeah, right.
Um.
See, when I got it, I wasn't low. I found some dude who
Okay.
he was like, "Yo, we're gonna test your we're gonna give you a blood test. We're
Yeah.
gonna see where you're at." And I don't know numbers or whatever, but he was like, "No, you're there, but we're gonna get you where you want to be." I was like, "All right, let's do
Yeah.
it." So when I got off, it was like not really a big deal. I mean, usually things start breaking down or whatever,
Yeah.
but and it's important to take that anti estrogen shit too.
Yeah, I'm on. Well, I do Ganado.
Anastrozole.
Yeah, exactly. Have that. That's for if the titties get a little sensitive. They're like, okay, you got sore nipples. Like, yeah, we're gonna take your anti-estrogen shit. But I also do gonadorelin, which is the fertility thing, so your testicles don't fucking shrivel up to raisins. You know what
Right.
I mean? Because yeah, and it was funny. It was as I kept telling my wife, I was like, I think my balls are small. This is before TRT, bro. I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know about my nuts. I remember there used to be more of like a there. I was like, I don't know. She's like they look the same. I was like, but
But
really,
she
bro?
would know though, because she has a
She
different
would,
perspective.
yeah, and she would know. But to me, I'm like also like, no, come on, you know. But when you're a fucking big dude, and I don't know. Like, I just like, no, I don't know about this. So, and I jammed before without. I did the whole like you're saying that knew a guy, dude, and I
Yeah,
was just
yeah,
hitting it. And that probably didn't help either.
yeah.
Looking back, but I was like, I don't need them to shrink anymore. I know small potatoes mean the meat look bigger, dude, but I don't. Yeah. Um, I was like, no, not. I don't want tiny little raisins, dude. So I take
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Ganadorelin. I do that 3 times a week. I hit the TRT twice a week, and then I'm looking into for recovery. What you said was BPC 157.
What is
That's a
that?
peptide. That's a
Oh, okay.
peptide. That's body protective compound. That shit you can hit it wherever you're like say your tendonitis, your tennis elbow.
Yeah.
You jam that shit in your elbow, dude, and that shit will start. And within a week, you're good. From what
I
I
was
hear,
taking peptides too back in the day. Ipamorelin, it was called.
that yeah, IPO, yeah, dude, IPO fucking is one of those ones that guys like of our age it benefits.
Stuck
I've
it
been
right in
looking.
my stomach.
Okay, yeah, I've been looking into tesamorelin because tesamorelin's up there too with IPO. Um, yeah, and I know I sound like a junkie saying all that shit.
No, I love all
That
this shit, bro.
I think now with the modern medicine and what we know now, bro, like why not body hack a little bit? Like, okay, I don't want to
Yeah.
throw in the towel, dude. When you know my so I have a surgeon. Motherfucker tells me that, no, I'm never going to wrestle my kids ever again. I'm never going to run.
Excuse me. What does
You're
that
good.
mean? What do you mean?
I'm never going to, like, because my boys wrestle. Like, literally wrestle.
Oh, like for the school
You know
or
what I mean?
whatever?
Yeah, for school.
Yeah.
My youngest does jujitsu. He'll probably wrestle when he goes to high school. Um, and so I couldn't really roll, dude, with my youngest, bro, without maybe my knee popping or hurting. And I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no,
rough,
really?
bro.
And he was 12 at the time doing this shit, 11, 12. Now he's 14, and I still can't really because my knee still kind of hurts, but we can fuck around so more, you know?
Yeah.
But when the surgeon's like, no, dude, you need knee replacement. I was like, nah, hell no, dude. Hell no. No. And he's like, well, then there's also PRP. And I was like, oh, nailed it. Let's go. And he's all, well, do you know what that is? I was like, yeah, bro, because I couldn't afford it at the time. But
Yeah.
Kaiser does that shit for me for $10 fucking copay. That's it, dude. My
Oh, that's
insurance picks up
beautiful.
everything.
That's great.
Yeah. The waiting list is tremendous, so that's why it's taking so long. Anyway, though, um, I was like, nah, hell no. Hell no, dude. There's something else. And no cortisone, never done cortisone. I don't take I try not to take Tylenol, try not to take ibuprofen. I want to feel my shit. I've numbed it enough with fucking opiates for so long and everything
Yeah.
else, dude.
Right.
I want to feel. I want to feel. And now I do, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm old. So now I'm like, all right, I want to be able to feel, but I also want to slow it down a little bit. Let's go testosterone. Let's go freaking. I'll start doing more peptides too. You know,
A
I'll
lot
start
of that
getting it.
shit that they do for pain, like I have herniated discs and bulges in my neck and my back, and they would give me like trigger point shots and shit.
Yeah.
Nothing. None of that shit works. Nothing fucking works.
Okay.
Especially the trigger points.
I freaking. I'll for me, Mike. The PRP worked tremendous, dude. It doesn't take away all the pain, but it made it manageable to where dude, this is how bad it is. I squat down like a catcher from baseball and
Yeah.
was so happy. I told my daughter, look. She's like, yeah, Dad. I was like, no, you don't get it. Like, you
Yeah.
don't get it. I could not do that.
So
It was like impossible, bro. The pain was tremendous, dude. It feels like,
PRP?
yeah, your platelet rich plasma, Regenikine. Fucking Joe Rogan talked about that shit years ago on his podcast. Still does, I'm sure, dude. Um, Homeboy did that in his neck too. Peyton Manning,
Yeah.
his last year, fucking NFL, dude. He was getting that shit in his neck, dude, and that shit helps out a lot of people. And when I heard about it all those years ago, I think Kobe Bryant was, dude. They had to do it in like Germany or some shit. Um, and then you hear fucking there was a place in Santa Monica, da 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 da. But it gained more and more traction to where the bigger fucking medical companies like Kaiser offers that shit.
Oh, is that when they take your blood and they spin it or something and put
Yep,
it?
one
Oh, my
hundred
my
percent.
boy did that. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
So I guess it doesn't work for everybody though. There's a chance it won't work. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, well, okay. I'm here. I am doing nothing. So fuck it,
Fucking
dude.
hook it
Like,
up.
okay, yeah.
Let's go.
Um, the next day, bro, my knee was like doubled in size though. I was like, ah, fuck.
Oh
Like, oh
wow. What was
shit,
it
what did I do?
liquid
But
fluid?
that's the anti-inflammatory shit, dude. And everything inflamed though. And I was like, okay, and that's normal. I was like, all right, cool. I thought I fucked something up because I went to work the next day and I wasn't supposed to do that either.
Yeah.
But
Right.
motherfuckers got to eat. Um, and then he didn't feel it for maybe a month. I was like, fuck, dude, I'm one of those guys. And then next thing you know, I was like, oh, hey, the spasms are gone. Hey,
Yeah.
when I get up, when I get up from here, let me get up. I'll show you. This is how I get up, bro.
Yeah, I
Fuck
know
you,
it
Mike.
well. I know the face
Yep,
well.
yep. And it's just all because of just the knee, dude. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, oh fuck, and then I limp for a little bit until I get
Yeah.
moving, and then I can walk.
Same thing
And
with
I'm
my
like,
back, bro.
huh,
It's like
huh.
I get up off the couch, I make the grunting face, I walk a little bent over, and then it's like that fucking chart of the man. Like it takes me like
Evolution, dude.
it takes me like 15 steps to be upright.
Yeah, yeah,
Fucked up.
yeah, dude. And so I realized like I couldn't even jump up to get busy, dude. If I had to, say someone broke in my door right now, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? Give me a minute. I was like, hey, can you wait a minute, dude?
Yeah, give me 1 second,
Come
bro.
on. So I did that shit. Next thing you know, bro, I was up and at him, dude. Get up
That's
from my
great.
chair. Yeah. I was like, oh, look at that. Wow.
That's great.
And then that fucking bitch, dude. I was so like I knew the waiting list is 6 months, and I'll call her a bitch, bro, because it's some bitch shit, dude. Fucked me up. Her name was Rosa, the fucking nurse. I told her, hey, look, the waiting list is tremendous. Can you put me on again? I need another appointment date. I want to get back on the waiting list because it's a 6 month fucking waiting list, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, can you go do that? She's like, yep, I will right now. And she came like right back. I was like, you know what? That didn't seem fucking quick enough. Or
Oh
I
fuck.
told her that didn't seem long enough. Can you go back there? And I was like, she's like, I did, sir. I was like, no, I want to see you go back there. Could you please go do whatever? Please get me in there. She's like, I did, sir. I was like, okay, I'm gonna remember your fucking name. She
Right.
said, sir, you're good. I call in months later, dude, to make sure where am I at. What are you talking about?
Uh, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. So
Why
right
did
now,
why? Like why?
I don't know, bro. Maybe she needed to be on TikTok, Mike. I don't fucking know, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who the
That's
fuck knows?
I'll go on a good old fucking old school rant about it too, bro. But put your fucking phone down, dude. Put it down.
Yeah.
You remember when motherfuckers used to look at their windshields, bro, when they needed a screen to look at, dude? You wanted to look at something? They look at their windshield to drive their fucking cars, dude. Every day it's this.
Crazy. Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it. And maybe it's because I'm older now, but
No,
I
it's
just
it's
nonstop on
I don't
jobs too,
think it is.
on job sites too. And it's like we there's back to the whole time thing, dude. There's so much free time now, bro. Look at what we're doing right now, Mike. I didn't have
Yeah.
to drive to your house, bro. You know, look at emails. I haven't sent a letter. When's the last time you sent a letter to
A
somebody, dude?
letter.
Right.
What is
So
that?
you don't go to the post office anymore. You shit direct deposit from your bank, I'm sure. If
Yeah.
not, dude,
Yep.
you just do it on your phone.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, there's not enough time for your fucking fat ass to go walk down fucking 20 steps and put my name in your fucking computer for another
Right.
appointment. Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's like everybody's fucking
Anyway,
spoiled or something.
yeah, but they don't have time, or it's fucking, it's just out of their pay grade. Like, nah, this is what, like, you're supposed to do that shit. Like, that's what you're supposed to do.
This is your job. You get paid.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do what you're supposed to fucking do.
Oh, and they take out money from, because my wife's paying, she's the one that pays for everything because she has the real job. They take money out of her check, dude. We're talking over a G a month, I think. Maybe $1,800 a month, I think.
For what?
Can't remember.
Just
Twelve hundred
tax.
dollars a month for medical.
Wow, that's a fucking lot.
Yeah. You know how much a PRP shot would cost me though without fucking the medical insurance?
Oh, forget about it.
It's about $1,200 a shot. So
Yo, that shit's
but
fucking crazy, bro.
and then everything else. So don't get me wrong, bro. They hooked me up with a load bearing. I had to get a load bearing brace, like a robotic brace on my leg, dude, just to fucking
That's pretty cool.
carry. Yeah, it made my job harder, but yeah.
Where
But all,
so
yeah,
where are you at now? Like how do like are you're still on the TRT? You said you're on that for life. Like
I,
where you at now?
I imagine so.
Lexapro's
Um,
out.
Lexapro is gone. They put me on Wellbutrin, and I was like, whoa, 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 Wellbutrin, motherfuckers kill themselves on that shit. And they said, well, Wellbutrin will coincides well with Lexapro for your goals. So if you're lacking your goals, kind of thing, that's what they said. Like my goal was like to work out, do this, and this, but I found myself like, yeah, whatever, it's okay. I didn't make the goal today. Who cares?
Yeah.
The Wellbutrin was supposed to put me back on track, more of a dopamine. Wellbutrin's dopamine. So they put me on the SSRI of Lexapro, which is serotonin, which suck, bro. When you're on that shit, you're not supposed to take in large amounts of grapefruit, if any grapefruit. I guess something with the grapefruit, the chemicals in grapefruit will not let you metabolize serotonin, and then you
That's
get
just
serotonin
nasty anyway.
syndrome. Well, I'm nasty because I love grapefruit. Um,
Grapefruit's fucking disgusting, bro.
grapefruit with some fucking raisin bran in the morning. Anyways,
You white motherfucker.
you know what I mean? You get some potato
Cottage
salad later.
cheese.
Yeah, a little bit of pepper on that cottage cheese. Um, but no, dude, if they put me on that shit, and I was like, okay, I'm taking too many pills. I'm on off all this. So this month, in 2 weeks, will be the last freaking. I'm off everything. I'm off everything but the TRT, PRP, and whatever else I decide to jam in my body now.
Right, yeah.
And then like I said, my lifts are good, dude. My power's there. Like, yeah, the rage is there. It's back a little bit, you know, But I don't mind that, dude. I know enough now to where like there's a dude breathing right now because I should have taken his life, dude, but I didn't. He
So
still
well, I
draws.
mean, it's good though. I mean, it's definitely a step in the right direction where you got the rage,
Yeah,
but like you're like more of aware of it, so to speak, maybe.
yeah, dude. That pit bull's on a leash, bro, for sure.
Oh,
You know what I
beautiful.
mean? Yeah, it's there. But yeah, I don't freaking. I also don't have that outside shit though, Mike. You know what I mean? Like I don't have the social media with my
Right. Yeah.
algorithm doing the whole, oh, look what this, or people saying, hey, look what Trump's doing, or look what fucking Biden did. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Like that's gone. That's gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and that helps out try quite a bit, dude.
Oh, good for you, man. I'm happy you're
Yeah.
in a good place. We got to wrap this up because it's been a minute.
Yeah,
But I
brother,
just
for
want to say
sure.
I appreciate your honesty and your candor and telling me the story. And you actually telling me your story, I think is going to help me because some of the things that you're going through, I'm going, or you were going through, I'm going through. So you
Yeah.
gave me some avenues to explore. So I appreciate that, man. Thanks.
Yeah, brother, of course, man. Any freaking time. You want me to cut it up with you anytime, let me know. I'll try to make it happen, you know?
Yeah, I appreciate you jumping on the show. It's good to actually kind of see you. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
seen you. Maybe I have. I don't know, but this is like
It it was years ago then, I'm sure, Mike. It
all I
was
see
years
is the
ago,
fucking
bro.
that image of the fucking cartoon. You. All I see is that fucking
Nah.
image. Yeah,
Yeah,
there it
that
is.
shit. Yeah, that yelling fucking face, dude. Yeah. But yeah, brother, it's
but
me. It's me, baby. Do the whole
but
fat girl thing, dude. All fucking, hey.
the voodoo, the
The
fucking old
fucking,
school.
the fat
Yeah,
girl fucking thing. Look at me, I'm skinny.
that's the shot right there, the up shot. But
Yeah,
yeah, much love to you and your family, man. Much
for
health
sure.
and happiness to you. Good luck in Oregon,
Oregon, baby. Yeah,
Oregon.
brother. And hey, watch out for them dead bodies, Mike, huh?
Next time I see one, I'm going out of work for a year.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
traumatized, motherfucker.
PTSD is for more than people in fucking law enforcement and military, dude. You know? Anyway.
Word up.
All
All
right,
right,
brother.
Stan.
I'm going to talk to you.
Later.
Bye.